Welcome to Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. Sometimes it just seems the electricity is turned up for Saturday night college football on EA Sports. It's the Colorado Buffaloes and the Arizona State Sun Devils. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Hey guys, Arizona State head coach told me pregame, this running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Sun Devils ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Bringing it back. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Buffaloes offense comes onto the field first today. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. We just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
Makes the catch. It's Moore.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Makes the catch. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, in that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier inbounds and getting him down, now setting up fourth.
And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So Arizona State's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And now out to lead the attack, it's Cutter Boley. As we get late in the season, his performance has made him a contender, if not one of the favorites, for the Heisman Trophy. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
They'll stop playing momentarily for the injured Buff. And it's their freshman defensive back who's down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to Brown. Crosses the 45. At the 40, there he goes. Out of bounds at the 33, but not before the big pickup for the ground game.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10.
Here we go, ready. 30, ready, go.
They'll go to the counter play. Makes it past the marker. There's a crease. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Was all over him.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
The Buffaloes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Lewis wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
Wide open, and it's a foot race. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. A give to Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The give on the counter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul.
Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense.
Ready. Black 14. Black 14. Where did he go?
Now run it out of the gun with Brown. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown ASU.
And he's in for a second touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down here. He knows how to get in the end zone, and I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
14, Colorado, 0. Number 7, set to kick this one.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Here's Lewis to throw. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Lewis to throw. The sure hands, it's Moore. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Snagged out of the air. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
And after that incompletion, they are left with a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Trying to make magic with his feet. That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down. And the Buffaloes will call on their punt team. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Right back to it. Tackled there by the defense.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Got his man on the right. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll give it to Brown. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you think the defense is dialed into this guy? Like, he's already had such a great start to the football game, and you know they're using him. Great job by this defense. Great adjustment. Great job being downhill, physical, fast right now and getting him stopped.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Ready. 180.
They'll keep it on the ground. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he's brought down after a nice game. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Give him 109 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Boley. Throws to the wideout. That's reeled in, it's Harris. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
The Sun Devils go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Trying to run, it's Brown. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State! What a catch in the end zone for 6. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession again. The offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Running inside, it's Young. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Throwing, Lewis. Here's a heat. And it's a sack. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Buffaloes decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Can they catch him? Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Now on the counter. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
The counter play is a great play to mix in with your base concepts. Obviously, everybody flies to the football, bang. Now you pull a guy, you go backside, give him a little counter, keep the defense off balance.
Trying to impose their will with the run. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10.
Here we go, ready? 129, 129, ready to go.
They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down.
Great, here we go.
And the Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Brown. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Colorado will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout here. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Hand off for Brown. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The Buffs now use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. On 3rd down, here's Brown. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Number 70, set to kick this one away.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Lewis, bringing the heat.
And add another one to the tally. This guy leads the nation in sacks. The nation. He's the best pass rusher. Getting to quarterbacks, making life really, really hard. That's 2 on the day. Let's see how many he gets today.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's get things popping this week with Kentucky in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Tennessee Volunteers. And it's Kentucky setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. And that's now 4 W's on the season. This one could be a confidence builder, not only in the context of this season, but also what that group of underclassmen can do down the road. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now over to your game in Tempe. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. And with that, let's send it back to Frank Kush Field inside Mountain America Stadium.
Set to kick this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Coming out of the locker room at the half, the Arizona State head coach has said he is thrilled with how this running back is performing to start the game. Late in the season, he is starting to build some momentum as we talk about the Heisman Trophy candidates, but he is doing it with his performance on the field, remaining consistent and dynamic. I'll keep you posted how he continues to strive here in the second half. Reese?
Okay, Holly. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. Push down for the tackle.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Gives it on the option. Breaks the tackle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
The run inside. It's Brown. Here's a little room there. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Looking downfield, it's Boley. Right on the money. Breaks into the open. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Sun Devils will have it 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And the Sun Devils, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. A give to Brown. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. They're out there taking a look at this sophomore defensive back, and we hope he's able to get back in the action shortly. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Robinson again. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. Always impressive to grind through in the late season and get a solid victory, and now it just keeps rolling as we turn our attention to what's in store for next week. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone.
Ready. 29, let's go.
Here's Brown. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
On the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free.
Moving toward the end zone, ball out! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
What a play by the defense. With their backs against the wall in a goal line type situation, they're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in a game.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face.
Ready.
Running inside, it's Welch. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1, gets him out to the 5. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wilson will throw. A little screen to the running back. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Gonna run it. It's Welch. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Buffaloes will punt this one away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Really needed to get some distance on that punt from this spot on the field, and he did. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
It'll be 3rd and long. Here's a give to Robinson. He works his way to the 35-yard line, but that's not enough to move the chains, and now a decision to be made on 4th down.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches. How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs, salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. They'll give it to Brown. Headed to the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So they moved the ball 43 yards on that drive, and they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Wilson to pass. Fires left. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And that will be in the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Acrisure Bounce House in the heart of beautiful Orlando, Florida. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Arizona State Sun Devils and the UCF Knights. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, the Sun Devils head coach told me pregame, this is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go, but he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. He'll start the return inside his 5. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. So Arizona State's offense will take the field first. And we get a look at Kyson Brown. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. Could be an alley. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
Finds a little space. Turning it on. Touchdown ASU. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a thrilling 50-yard run for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So UCF's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. And what a luxury it is to have a weapon like this at tight end. He is a big play that can happen at any moment.
There's a lot of great attributes about a tight end, like the size, the physicality. This guy, though, what sticks out the most is the speed. You want to play him man-to-man, put a linebacker on him, that's a problem. You put a safety on him, he's still got good enough speed and size to go win. Palmer, this guy, they put him everywhere, and he wins because of that blazing speed.
It's really crazy to think about that he might actually be their fastest. If you had everybody lined up at receiver, tight end, just running vertical routes, he might actually be the fastest. And Dave, we've even seen him on film run away from cornerbacks as well in man coverage. Nobody can seem to catch up with this guy. A very unique skill set for a tight end.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. On the option. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
3rd down. Offense trying to go option, seeing if they can outflank the defense by pitching it, but nothing there. Great penetration up front. The defense looked like they were ready for it, guys, and they were able to come away with a massive negative play.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Here's Brown to begin the drive.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll go to the counter, and he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Try the right side with Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
That's caught. It's Anderson. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
He's brought down.
And look, defenses obviously have to play man coverage in different situations of the game, but you got to wonder if this defense wants to keep playing man after giving up that big play.
And the Sun Devils are flying down the field. They'll go to the counter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Right down the middle. And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D.
And I feel like the defense needed that stop. Already giving up a touchdown, early in this football game. They put another drive together, but great job bowing up, getting that 3rd down stop, and hopefully forcing the field goal.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The Sun Devils will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. UCF hoping to get things rolling here on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got the quick completion. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
The RPO, it's complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Barnett. Rushes on him. And they got him.
And And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Number 49, on to kick it away.
Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, the defense had the perfect play call on there. Offense trying to go toss into the boundary, but the defense dialed up the corner blitz. Perfect play for the perfect moment. They get the tackle for loss.
He'll try it again. Fights off a defender. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Handoff for Brown. Got enough for the first. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. An explosive play in the running game. Moves the sticks for the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. That is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Gonna take a shot. He's got it down the field. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And you can see just how explosive this offense is. It doesn't matter what they do. Whether they're throwing the ball, whether they're running the ball, they've had some balance, but they can pick up yards in chunks. And you're seeing it happen. A really nice completion there. They ran it the play before, and now here they are knocking on the goal line again in the red zone.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas, get it together.
And after getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. Pocket breaking down. Touchdown, Arizona State. Fitted in the window for the score.
Arizona State.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
Number 70, set to kick it off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
To throw, it's Barnett. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And play stop for just a second as there is an injured Knight on the field. So as they take a look at the injured player, we will take a timeout. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The option, the keeper. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Knights headed quickly to the line.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They'll run the screen. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Knights line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. A give to Brown. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass, it's Boley. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The bounce house is rolling here on 3rd down, trying to help UCF. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. The Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Wants to bring it back. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll start this drive firing. It's complete on the right side. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to pass. He's got him. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Here's Brown to begin the drive. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Boley. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Bought a little time. Lets it go. On target. The Knights going to go ahead and call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 4 team, the LSU Tigers. And it's the Tigers on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game inside the bounce house. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. With that said, let's send it back to the guys inside the bounce house.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Knights start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Reads it, fires complete. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain. The Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Could not make his way to the corner.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Knights will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Picks his way ahead, pickup of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They come through with the explosive play, and they'll have the first down, but we see a man who is slow to get up, and let's check on him. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Hand off for Brown.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Brown again. Picks up the first down. At the 45 on his way. Flying out to the left. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play came on a 61-yard touchdown run.
Number 7, set to kick it away.
And he'll bring it back. And the returner goes down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line.
Move.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Knights can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The run inside. It's Chambers. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And play stop for just a second as there is an injured Knight on the field. We'll check on his status, but at the moment, we'll take a timeout. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Motion from the wide receiver. Pulls and fires complete. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Shut down and shut out in the first half, but finally this offense trying to put something together. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Chambers. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Grab behind the line. It's Farmer. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Takes a hit as he fires.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Makes it past the marker. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Good enough for first down.
This game is a virtual lock, and with that in mind, let's take a look at the projected playoff bracket here in Week 11. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. Still running at the 40. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. One more time, it's Brown.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. A give to Brown. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
And the Sun Devils kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
The Sun Devils will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Brown again. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown ASU. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point makes it 28-0.
That makes the score Arizona State 28, UCF 0.
Coming out with it, it's Farmer. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. A quick pass to the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Running inside, it's Chambers. Maybe a pickup of 2, and they'll stop him right there. And that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Hauls it in. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Got it behind the line. It's Chambers. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
Under fire. Fires downfield. He's got it. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.